Alt-right commentator Allie Beth Stuckey is not happy that I called her out on her war on empathy.
Toxic Empathy, my book that came out last year, has been living rent-free in the minds of journalists.
I'm not the one who had to rush out and do a car video about her.
I am never going to stop talking about dinosaurs. I said one sarcastic comment about we don't know what dinosaurs really looked like. I'm just asking questions, okay?
No one looks good with a seatbelt on. It fucks up the lines of your outfit. Then she talked about me for 10 more minutes on the latest episode of her show, which was not filmed from her car.
Okay, we've got more to get into, Amanda.
Amanda really
Amanda is a bastion. And I think Amanda would probably...
Y'all, I really got under her skin. So I have to respond. We will have a separate video of me reacting to that. I'm Amanda Marcotte. Welcome to Standing Room Only. All right, so Allie Beth, definitely not mad, had a response to me. She just spent 10 minutes talking about me on her recent podcast, and I haven't seen this before, so we're gonna watch it together.
It seems like every month there is some new article by some journalist who feels that they are uncovering my book, Toxic Empathy, and that they have found this trend that's happening on the right. But as I said, of course, this is not new. And before I wrote the book, before, by the grace of God, it became a New York Times bestseller, I was talking about this, and I'm not the only one. People have been talking about the weaponization of compassion in different realms for quite a while. Paul Bloom is a Yale psychologist coming from a secular perspective who wrote, I believe back in 2016, a book called Against Empathy. And from his professional and scholarly perspective, a hyperfixation on empathy actually makes people more cruel to the out-group. And in the name of protecting a perceived victim,
All right, that's not her argument. Let's just be very clear. Like, we reviewed a bunch of the material. I went through her book. She's right that it's not new. It's the same old argument that we've heard from fundamentalist Christians forever, which is that real love is telling people harsh truths, like being gay is bad and abortion is bad and sin is bad. And actually we're trying to save you from hell by controlling your behavior through shame. That's not what Paul Bloom is arguing. That's not what anybody else is arguing when they're talking about the psychology of empathy. She's literally saying that real love is cruelty. She's just kind of put this psychological spin on it and this like girly girl mommy blogger spin on it by using kind of language that's like therapy language now, sure. But that's not what's going on here. And her trying to sort of steal someone else's like work and sort of pass it off as the same thing as hers is a strange vibe.
Christians aren't just called to empathy. We are called to love no matter how we feel about someone. But, you know, Salon magazine, which is a far left extreme outlet that says all this ridiculous stuff. In fact, I will read you some headlines in just a minute from this author named Amanda, who wrote an article about me. And it's called MAGA's War on Empathy was started by a woman. Allie Beth Stuckey weaponizes her gender to sell the idea of a cold-hearted Jesus. Okay, so she talks about how Elon Musk and Gad Saad have talked about this, what they call suicidal empathy. Elon Musk said the fundamental weakness of Western civilization is empathy. And yes, that is true because we are fundamentally, whether we acknowledge it or not, a Christian nation. But as
I bet if I called her a Christian nationalist, she would try to get into a quibble war over that too. They always do, and that's like how these things work. They just grab you and try to divert you with all this crap. But I mean, right there, we are a Christian nation. No, we are not.
We've taken on this like superficial form of feeling, which is empathy. I mean, it's the same thing. Like we want to hold on to the generosity that Christians are called to, but we don't want to do the hard thing of actually voluntarily emptying out our pockets. And so we support a welfare state and we call that Christian love. But again, that's just a perversion of Christian love. And it's the same.
For those who aren't familiar, this is actually a really common right-wing argument that we are somehow depriving Christians of their ability to give money to charity by having a welfare state, as if we actually had a real welfare state in this country, as if we had a real social safety net in this country, which people living in poverty can tell you that we do not. The notion that you need me to give you permission by not taxing you to give to charity. Like, how Christian are you if you're like, well, you have food stamps, so I'm not going to give money to the soup kitchen? I mean, if you're called upon to give to charity, then you are, right? Like, I don't see why a liberal state should make any difference there.
But this woman is especially mad that I am a woman talking about this. She says, fundamentalist Christian influencer. I would love for all of these people to define their terms. What is fundamentalist? What does that mean? Allie Beth Stuckey doesn't see empathy.
You believe in the literal 6-day creation story of the Bible. It's there's my terms. If you believe in the literal interpretation of Genesis that the earth was created in 6 days, you are a fundamentalist Christian.
Now, Amanda, would a girl who denies the existence of prehistoric dinosaurs have a daddy long neck right there? Does that sound?
Genesis, literal creation. It's impossible. If you believe the world is 4,000 years old, there's no dinosaurs. I'm sorry this is hard for you, Allie Beth. Are we just going to spend arguing about dinosaurs all day?
And a stegosaurus right there. And a triceratops, also known as baby bop, right there. Amanda.
Those are potters.
Seriously, you've gotten this wrong. Dinosaurs they're our mascot here at Relatable because we believe in them so much. I believe in them more than I believe in Santa Claus saying ho, ho, ho.
So now that's actual sarcasm. I believe in dinosaurs. Like I believe in Santa Claus. Okay, we all agree you don't believe in dinosaurs. This is wild.
I believe in dinosaurs, guys. Everyone knows that. You see a bone in the ground. You just know that other person's like, you just know you can see it. That's just how it works, okay? I know that everyone see a little short arm, that's just why do you question that? But just you should look up the okay, well, we're monkey or a chicken. I just tell me, what do you think that? I don't know why you do this. You never advertise your dinosaurs. I love them so much. You know they all the boring. I love We Heard Nutrition. It gives me the energy to talk about dinosaurs.
Supplements coming to you from the same people who don't think dinosaurs were real. If you don't believe in evolution, how do you understand what the gut biome is? She went to school in Texas like I did, and I will tell you that they were not allowed to teach us evolution, and that might be the problem here. My biology teacher made us read a biography of Charles Darwin instead, so she kind of smuggled it in the back door.
She already came for the dinosaurs, but now she says this. Relatable is a try-hard name. Actually, I did not try hard to come up with it, if that helps at all. It is relatable. It's relatable to thousands.
Well, actually, is what's going to be written on her grave, isn't it?
And she does say somewhere that this podcast is only talking to men, which is hilarious because
I did not say that. I did not say her podcast was only talking to men. I know she has a mostly female audience. She's the one who was like, we have male fans. They're called Relatable.
This is a women's podcast, just maybe not for Amanda yet, but I don't know. God could save her.
No, that's fine. I don't need to be saved. Thank you. We've covered this before on Standing Room Only. I am also from Texas, Allie, and I know that I'll pray for you as fuck you in Christianese.
Stuckey has soft blonde hair. Okay, fact check, true. And favors pastels in her clothing and decor. Now, that's just hate speech. Anyone who knows me knows that I am an autumn. I do not wear pastels. My background is black. This is chocolate brown. White is not a pastel.
Literally right behind her is this book of like pink and pastel blue, like just literally right behind her.
Believing that men can't be women, believing that women shouldn't be slaughtered inside the womb, believing that parents have a right to raise and protect their child and that the child doesn't belong to the school or to the state. I guess those are fascistic beliefs, but I'm sure that this woman, Amanda, is a bastion of liberty and courage. And I took a screenshot.
I am a bastion of liberty and courage, and also religious freedom, because you should be free to decide who you are and what you want to be.
I really am just a wife and a mom trying to navigate the craziness of this world, which is with as much clarity as the Bible gives me as I can possibly muster. And thankfully, there's so many of you who do relate to it. And
I'm just a wife and a mother who just happens to have a studio and a microphone and a professional hairdresser and a professional makeup artist and a professional designer and a professional producer. I'm just a wife and a mom. Definitely not a professional working woman selling this shit.
And I think Amanda would probably hate it if we all prayed for her, but we should. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I don't mean that tritely at all.
And she wants to do it because she knows I'm going to hate it. I mean, just like Jesus said, pray for them so they will hate it.
Jesus would save her. If you look at the writings that she has, she is actually the one that is very angry, very resentful, very bitter, very deeply disturbed. And let's just pray that Jesus frees her from that and softens her heart towards the truth. That's the best thing that we can do. And actually that's what Jesus asks us to do for our enemies. It's easy to pray for our friends. It's easy to love our friends. But it's much harder to be kind to and pray for and truly want the best for people who position themselves as our enemies. So let's pray for these people. Let's pray for the people at Media Matters, the people at Cosmo, the people at Salon. They really, really need it, truly. Okay.
You know she's not mad because how many times did she say, pray for her, pray for her, pray for them, pray for them, pray for them? She's not mad. If you want more Standing Room Only episodes, please hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Standing Room Only started as a newsletter and it's free to read. Click the link to subscribe. I love tips. These political battles are playing out in our local communities, your family, your school, your neighborhood. If you have a story, go ahead and drop me a line, leave it in comments, and don't forget to subscribe.